Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to parents, viewers, listeners, and children. I hope you have enjoyed your last 10 days of the month of Ramadan, and also you have enjoyed your Eid day as well thoroughly. I know it wasn't the most ideal situation, but making the best out of a difficult situation. Allah is the best planner, and we continue praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He keeps us safe, keeps our family members and everybody that are around us safe, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take away this pandemic that we are all struggling with, inshallah aziz, and rid the world of this pandemic as soon as possible. So continuing with our lessons, we were on to lesson 17, moving on to lesson 18, and we were going over the identity map of the word, the shapes and forms of the Arabic alphabet. So the letters can be written in a single form and standalone position, alif, ba, ta, tha, which we were introduced to in our very first lesson. And we understand that the letters also can be written in different shapes and forms. And over here, as you can see, we're just recapping the last lesson that we did. Letter ha has a standalone position. Then if letter ha is being introduced in a sequence of joined letters, it will either be joined at the beginning, in the middle, or in the end. If it is joined in the beginning, this is what the shape of ha will, this is what the ha will look like, and it will take up this shape. And if it's in the middle, it will take up this shape. And if it's at the end, it can take up this shape, and it will take up this shape. As parents, it's very important that the child recognizes the letter and then at the same time makes the correct pronunciation. Recognition, pronunciation, both go hand in hand, and they're equally as important. You can pronounce correctly, but you can't recognize. Again, it's not good. And you can recognize, but you can't pronounce. Equally, it is not good. You should be able to do both things at a very high and competent level. So we looked at different shapes and forms. So we did the ha and kha. We will move on to dal and dal and ra, inshallah. We may be repeating dal, but inshallah it's fine. Also in the beginning it was mentioned, if you notice, letter dal, dal and ra, there is only two shapes, standalone, and when dal when it's joined at the end of the sequence of joined letters, because dal is a naughty letter. There are 6 naughty letters. What are those letters? That they will not allow letters to join before them. However, they will not allow a letter to join after them. So if you have alif, dal, zal, ra, za, and waw, they will not allow a letter to join after it, but before it, it's fine. So the only way you could have a joined alif, dal, zal, ra, za, and waw is that you will find that they will come at the end of the sequence of joined letters, and there will be a letter before it. But after it, can a letter join? No, it can't. And this is something which we have been informed and we have been told about. So this letter is, if you come on children, shout out the answer to this letter is dal, and then this letter is also dal. So you will not find letter dal joined at the beginning, joined in the middle, but you will find letter dal joined with letters before it, and the dal will be the last joined letter. Let's look at the examples. This letter is dal. Now when dal is coming at the beginning of a word, then you know that there are going to be other letters in that word. This dal is going to be on its own. You can't join the ya to this dal, because the dal will not accept it. So dal is coming on its own. It's the first one. And then this letter, ya, and then this one, noon, dal, ya, noon, dal, ya, noon. Okay. This letter over here, dal, waw, noon. I know we've done this letter dal in our lesson 7 because I remember mentioning this. So if you notice, every single letter in this word is written on its own, because waw cannot be joined onto the dal because dal won't accept it, and the noon cannot be joined onto the waw because the waw won't accept it. Dal is an OT letter, waw is an OT letter, and letter noon is fine joining before and after, but it cannot join onto the waw over here. You could put the noon before the dal, you can put the noon before the waw join, as mentioned. But in this word, the word duna, dal, waw, noon, every letter is written individually and separately. Next example, what letter is this? 2 dots underneath, ya, and then dal. So if you notice this dal here, it is joined. Now remember, even though it's the second letter of the word, but it's the last letter of the joined letters. So there are how many joined letters over here? 2, ya and dal, 1 and 2. These are the 2 letters which are joined. Okay, this ya over here will join onto the dal. It's fine. Dal will allow letters to join before it. However, if you look at the letter after dal, which is kaf, kaf cannot join onto dal because dal will not accept a letter joining onto it. Before it is fine, after it, no, dal will not accept it. Ya, dal, kaf. Say it. Ya, dal, kaf. Practice this word. Dal, ya, noon. Repeat after me. Dal, ya, noon. Say this after. Dal, waw, noon. Ya, dal, kaf. Okay, moving on to the next word. What's this first letter? Ain. What's the second letter? Noon. And the last letter? Dal. Before the dal, there is the letter noon. This is coming. Which dal is it? Is it the dal 1 or dal 2? It's the joined dal. So the letter noon can join onto the dal. Ain, noon, dal. Repeat after me. Ain, noon, dal. So ain from the middle of the throat, inshallah. Ba, and then this letter, ain, and then the last letter, dal. Ba, ain, dal. Superb. Let's look at this letter. What letter is this? Dal. Again, dal exactly the same as dal. It can only have 2 forms. Dal when it's coming on its own standalone position, and dal join at the end. Join in the middle and join at the beginning cannot happen. The reason has been explained. So what else is this? Dal, and then this one, waw, the word du. So each letter is coming on its own, written separately, because dal is not going to allow the waw to join onto it. So dal and waw. This letter here, dal, lam, kaf. Dal on its own, we can't join the lam onto the dal. So there are 2 joined letters, lam and kaf, but dal is coming on its own. So say this. Dal, lam, kaf. What letter is this? Ha, and then dal, and then at the end, ha. So we have ha and dal joined, but then at the end we have ha coming on its own, because dal will not accept the ha joining after it, but before it's fine. So you've got letter dal in the middle here. Ha can join onto it before it, but the ha cannot join onto it after dal. Hence this dal is on its own, and this dal has joined on this ha is on its own, and this ha has joined to the dal. So how many joined letters? 1, 2. 2 joined letters in the word. How many letters are there totally in the word? 1, 2, 3 letters. Letter 1 and 2 are joined. Letter 3 is coming on its own. Ha, dal, ha. Say it. MashaAllah. And then this letter here, kaf. This letter here, dal. Joined dal. The kaf is joining onto the dal. And then after that, the letter is ba, appearing on its own, standing alone, because the ba cannot join onto the dal. Dal is not going to have letter ba, which is coming after it joining onto it, because it won't do it. Kaf, dal, ba. Say it. Kaf, dal, ba. This last word. Noon, ba, dal. Noon, ba, dal. This dal is coming at the end. All three letters are joined. See, this is the only example from these four. Two letters separate, one separate, two join, one separate, two join, one separate. Over here, all three join. Noon, ba, and dal, which is coming at the end, is joining onto the noon and ba as well. This letter is ra. What is the sound? Ra. Ra. Notice, ra exactly the same as the other three. Dal, dal, and then ra. Ra has a standalone position, and it comes join at the sequence of joined letters, but it will be at the end. Okay, not end of a word. I would like to repeat this, and I keep saying this and reminding you, viewers, listeners, parents, children, that it's at the end of the sequence of joined letters. Ra and ra. Let's look at examples. This letter is ra. It's coming on its own because it's at the beginning, and the letters which are going to follow after it, it's not going to join onto them. Ra, ba, ain, ra, ba, ain. Say it. Ra, ba, ain. So ra, is it coming alone or join? Standing alone. This letter, ra, ha, to, ra, ha, to. Superb. So ra alone or stand, is it joined or alone? It's the first one, alone. So in each example, the first letter is on its own, and then letter 2 and 3 are joined. 2 and 3 are joined. This letter here, ya, and then ra. So over here, ra, which is the second letter from the joined letter 1 and 2, ra is joined, ya is joined onto the ra, which is fine. But the dal, which is coming after the ra, cannot join onto the ra, because the ra won't accept it. Just like dal is not going to allow a letter to join after it, ra will not allow the join letter ra will not allow letter dal to join after it. Ya, ra, dal. Say it. Ya, ra, dal. And this here, dal, kaf, ra, dal, kaf, ra. And this, kaf, fa, ra. So in each examples, kaf, ra join together. Fa is joined, the ra is joined, fa is joined onto the ra. So letters before ra can join. It's fine, just like in our examples above. Dal, kaf, ra. And over here, all three letters join. Kaf, fa, and ra. MashaAllah. So inshallah, go over this, practice each word, and the most important, the child has to recognize and understand why is there different shapes, because the letter will either come on its own in a word, or it will be joined, and if it's joined at the beginning, it takes up a different shape form. If it comes joined in the middle, again the form changes, and if it's joined at the end, the form is different. And the 6 naughty letters, it's important we really jog and recap the understanding of that with the children as well. So continue using lesson 1 to practice your letters every single day, and also you should always revise up to previous 3 to 4 lessons. So lesson 1 to 4 you revise today, and then your last lesson that you did, so lesson 18 plus 1 to 4, then lesson 19, and then you do another 4 lessons, 5 to, so 5, 6, 7 and 8, and so forth, inshallah. And by consolidating continuously like this, the pronunciation will become strong, recognition will improve, and then you got to be fluent in the pronunciation and also fluent in recognition. And inshallah, if we continue making effort, we will become super reciters of the Quran. So may Allah SWT accept our efforts in His courts, and give us the true love for his Quran. Inshallah, for now, on behalf of Ihyaaus Bolton and Madrasa Kashiful Uloom Preston, Al-Huda, Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.